What not to like here in the Philippines? I mean, like, I love everyone here. I love the culture. I love the people. I love the food. Um, and after staying here for almost 20 years, parang I can say that Philippines is more home to me than my Indonesia. So I consider Philippines now is like my home talaga. Even like when I talk to people, when I travel, like kahit if I have to converse in English, well, let's be honest na as Indonesian, hindi ako magaling mag-English, hindi rin ako magaling mag-Tagalog. So bahasa Indonesia lang yung first language ko. So minsan, my like the way I construct sentences, like halo-halo na siya. Maging mixed salad na siya. Pero ngayon, after staying here for almost 20 years, I construct it in more a Tagalog way of construction. So yeah, I think I can consider myself like I'm more Pinoy now, and I love the Philippines, and I can't stop being thankful that a lot of Filipino embrace me here also and welcoming me here also. A lot of people just see what I have achieved. You know, like I mean, I'm not gonna lie. A lot of messages or DMs I receive from my social media, like congratulations, you are so lucky that you have good connection here in the Philippines. But hopefully through Interact, that I can really share the real things really happen to me, how I achieve everything. Like the first episode that I released last Saturday with my mom and my sister as the pilot episode guest, I mentioned that I moved to the Philippines with just bringing $100, and then come what may na lang kung what will happen to me. And then also I almost get disowned by my dad. And then yeah, a lot of people think that I achieve everything with a good connections, but no. I moved to the Philippines alone, not knowing the language, not knowing any people. It's just like, when you're young, you always think you against the world, but you just have to work hard and, yeah, walang balikan. Siyempre, pinaka-comfortable and ano ba, walang script yung kaming dalawa ni Ara. Kasi, a lot of people don't know. I mean, like, you guys been seeing like me and Ara because I used to train Ara when she was preparing for Miss Universe and for Binibining Pilipinas also. And then we got hooked with the friendship, and also Ara, typical of friends of mine na biglaan kahit nasa work ako, minsan umuwi ako sa bahay, nandun na siya sa sala ko. So she's someone that kahit di ko na kailangan i-text or ihanap, so alam niya yung random ko, parang may telepathy siya, na medyo malungkot si Albert at to, or medyo kailangan kausap to, or likewise, ganun rin ako sa kanya. So, feeling ko yung episodes namin more on totoong, honest, and unfiltered chikahan lang talaga. Ikaw?
And people will get to know you. Kasi syempre, minsan, people can easily judge a person kung ano lang yung nakikita nila sa social media. But without them knowing, ano talaga yung nangyayari behind. And also his story, parang maybe people might think he's getting what he has right now because of, because of the connection that he has. But actually, he really worked from scratch without knowing everyone. And siguro that's something I'm proud of him kasi he's very hardworking. And now he has this new venture of him. People would think na he can be a host this time. Alam mo, next time mag-a-act na siya. So yun, abangan nyo rin. Kasi for sure, in the sa podcast niya, syempre different personality yung mga na-interview niya. And as iba-iba rin yung character na makikita nyo doon. And actually, iba-iba rin siyang topic. And you wouldn't know na sa lahat ng na-interview niya, he has a connection dun sa mga guests niya. No wonder that's why he asked them to be his guests. Kasi may connection niya. And may connection siya doon. And it's for us to find out kung ano pala yung nag-click sa kanila. So every guest na makakasama niya sa podcast.
Yeah. And through my guests also, I try to highlight a certain topic also, which I think quite relevant. which is one of the episode which is closest to my heart, mental health issues, because I went through a 3 cycle of depression in the past. And I know the young generations facing the same also. So we had a conversation there also with one of our guests, Ms. Yodi Santa Maria, to talk in depth about that topic, so that the people who watch it and also the younger generations or whoever experience depression and anxiety, they will not feel alone, because it's normal. I mean, like we are living in the fast-paced lifestyle right now. So and then we are sharing also tricks and tips on how to deal with it. So hopefully people can learn also from by watching each of our episodes also. Actually, when we try to structure the episodes kasi, number one, lagi ko pinibring up sa producer namin a topic that I want to highlight. So basically from there, and then we try to think and see kung sino mas bagay mag-explain or mag-talk or mag-discuss about that topic on my with me also. And then also at the same time, like some of them also out of the blue na lang, I met them and then I said that parang, hi, I'm doing a podcast, parang I want to talk about this. Are you game about it? Are you okay? Is this something that you are comfortable to talk about? So it's basically like that also. Actually, I think Interact with Albert Cunyawan is a reminder that no matter how busy we are, how busy our lives will be, we need to spare time to find someone to talk to discuss something. Kasi sometimes, by discuss things with people or let it out of your chest, parang you feel free, you feel light. So I guess it's just a constant reminder lang. I hope by watching this, a lot of people will be reminded also na okay lang maging busy, okay lang maging stressed nowadays, but try to have your me time or conversation time with your most comfortable people.
Thank you, sir.